What's up, guys? A big shout out goes out to my newest subscribers, and I truly appreciate the support. You're watching me play LEGO Jurassic World. At the time I recorded this footage, it was powered by my Hackintosh. It even worked with a PlayStation 3 controller. If you want to see the parts it was made of, click the eye in the corner to check out the unboxings of the parts. I tried experimenting with a Hackintosh last summer because I was upgrading from a 2009 Mac Mini and I was used to Mac OS X after 7 years. I put it together using a compatibility list and installed all the setup drivers and software. There were a few things to work out, like the sound drivers and graphics card drivers, but I remember it being a pretty easy experience to set up. So I installed El Capitan on it 10.11.5, and it was pretty amazing how well it worked. Then a couple of months ago I tried upgrading to 10.11.6, and that worked without any problems after finding the right graphics card drivers for it. Then live streaming with an Elgato required the installation of Sierra or Windows 10. I had a virtually trouble-free experience with my Hackintosh up to that point, so I figured I might as well try Sierra. It was a good reason to install it. So I got Sierra to install no problem. However, I hit a roadblock with my graphics card drivers. The drivers were available from nVidia, but they failed to install on my system, and I couldn't get the drivers to load up, even after following new guidelines, which explained that the graphics drivers are loaded up a different way in Sierra than El Capitan. So after trying a reinstallation of Sierra a couple times and having no success, I tried to roll back to El Capitan. When I had El Capitan back up and running, I could load up the graphics card drivers no problem. However, I ran into a couple different issues altogether, which I found to be rather annoying. The first issue was that all my USB 3 ports would not recognize any USB 3 devices, only USB 2 devices. And this was a problem. This was a new problem. I tried doing some research to restore the functionality, but after spending quite a few hours researching and troubleshooting this problem alone and having no luck, I gave up. Another problem I was having was my sound drivers, which were loading inconsistently after reboots and sleeps. It was at this point where I realized I was spending too much time on a system that was inevitably not going to work with impending future macOS upgrades. So I backed up all my most important files to USB sticks and wiped it all clean. Mind you, I had to do it at USB 2.0 speed because my USB 3 functionality was not working. My build was about to meet USB 10 a la USB stick after almost a year of being in service. And so this is where I am now. After almost 8 years using primarily the Mac OS on my main system, I skipped over Windows Vista, Windows 7, and Windows 8. I returned with Windows 10. The Elgato software installed, no problem. But for what it's worth, it was a fun experiment, and the machine was enjoyable enough to use otherwise, without wanting to switch over to Windows 10. Have you built a Hackintosh? Let me know your experience in the comments below with your system. This is Grahaminator. Please subscribe, stick around for the next one, and thanks for watching.